Hello, and welcome. I'm really hoping this is working. Trying to get back to basics. Ooh, my hair is doing some strange things here, folks. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Tarot by Hilary Live. Hopefully the description worked, but this particular week we are going to be, what is going on with my hair? I don't know what's going on with my hair. It's like a little alfalfa thing going on here. Anyway, very impressive, actually. Like, how does this happen? How does that happen? Anyway, so last week we were here and it was a pretty short episode for what I normally do. We didn't do the mid-episode reading because I just didn't feel like it, and everyone was feeling a little bit down, a little bit energetically depleted. So instead we did a tapping, which I really needed, and it seemed like everybody else really needed it as well. So that's awesome. But this week we are back and we are going to be planning episodes for the month of October. So this is something that I haven't done in quite a while because I've always pretty much like known what I'm going to be teaching about or had an idea of what I wanted to be talking about or teaching each week. And we used to do episodes at the start of every month where it was basically, let's plan for the month ahead. And I'm taking like straw polls on what you most want to learn about or what you most want me to teach. And if it's something that I don't know about, I will bring in the applicable expert and have them teach as well. Hold on one second. Let me... much better. Put on the noise canceling a little bit there. If it's something that I don't know about personally, I will then bring on an expert or someone that knows it a little bit better than me to teach that particular topic. So this is what we're doing this particular episode is, what do you want to learn about for the month of October? We have space for 3 topics, and then the 4th one is going to be an annual tradition now, 4th year in a row that I'm going to be doing a spooky story time. But anyway, more about that after our regularly scheduled intro video. So I will be back in about 20 seconds. And that is not the one that I wanted to play. That's not the one that I wanted to play. I'm still downloading it. What the heck is going on here? Oh, sure. Now it downloads. Okay. What a pain. So that's my evergreen intro when I don't have a set topic in mind, but this week we do have a set topic in mind, and that is planning for the month of October. So let me go ahead and upload that, you're going to see all of it is pretty familiar, except for the last part in which I introduce what the topic of tonight's episode is. And spoiler alert, it's planning the episodes for the month of October. So be right back again. Geez. Okay, much better. Especially since I took the time to put cute little vintage Halloween graphics on there. So because I took the time to do that, I wanted to make sure that I actually played it. Anyway, yeah, so we are planning for the month of October. So like I was saying before, we have, I already have planned for October 27th, our spooky story time. But first of all, let me introduce myself. If this is the first time you're tuning into this live stream, hello. Welcome. I am Hilary, professional tarot reader and EFT tapping practitioner, demystifying the mystical and putting you in touch with the most beautiful of gifts, your own intuition. Because yes, my friends, don't argue with me. You have intuition. I firmly believe that everybody has intuition, and intuition is just a muscle that you can strengthen and build over time. So every week we do this. Every week we do a live stream in which I talk about a metaphysical topic, and we do have fixtures for each of the episodes, which I did explain in the description, but in case you haven't looked at the description, we have the astro-weather from the wonderful Teresa Reed, aka the Tarot Lady, from her Astro Biz Digest. So a little snippet of that just to give you a taste of what she does, and also to give you some astrology that's going on for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I also will mention about any transits that are going on or big astrological phenomenon that are going on for that particular week, so that you can enter the weekend prepared, not scared. Then we have the main topic of the episode. So tonight, it's very much an audience participation kind of episode. You tell me which episodes that you want to see for the month of October. Again, we have 3 slots available for topics for this month's episodes. And then on, I believe it's October 27th, we will be doing an annual tradition here at the Tarot by Hilary live stream, which is Spooky Storytime, The Blue-Nosed Witch by Margaret Embry, which is something that I read every year for Halloween. It's one of my Halloween traditions that I am happy to share with all of you. And yes, can you go back and watch the replays of the past readings of the Blue-Nosed Witch? Of course. You can go back to watch the replays of any of the episodes that I've done over the last 4 years. But it's always more fun to show up live. That way you can participate with me, and you can also get answers from me in real time, which is so helpful and so important. As Katie often says, who is a regular participant and viewer of this live stream, she was just like, it's just more fun. It's more fun to be here live because you get that interaction, you get that immediacy as well. It's just like, I'm reading all of your comments, I'm seeing them, good, bad, indifference. I'm seeing all of them. Hopefully they're good. I would hope and appreciate that you would be saying kind things about this live stream. But also getting your questions answered in real time, and also asking your questions in real time, especially it's so important to do that because there are some people that watch this live stream, I'm sure, that never comment, that never say anything publicly, but that really get a lot out of this live stream. And in some ways, you asking questions for yourself is also asking questions for those people that don't feel brave or courageous enough to ask for themselves. So you never know. You never know who you're helping by asking those questions, and you never know who you're helping by putting yourself out there. So anyway, so the dates that we're looking to fill in for topics for the live stream are October 6th, October 13th, and yes, that is Friday the 13th. So we can always make it on theme if you want to. October 20th, and then, like I said before, October 27th is going to be when we do the reading of the Blue-Nosed Witch, our spooky story time. So any questions so far, let me know. So the main fixtures of the episodes are the astro-weather from Teresa Reed, aka the Tarot Lady, whatever it is I'm teaching about that particular night. The mid-episode reading, which is a very special feature that has been going on for about a year now, where you get the opportunity to win a free reading with me live on the broadcast. And we will talk a little bit more about how to participate in that when we get there. But that's happening tonight. That's happening tonight. And let me make sure that I'm putting the crawler up there too. Make sure to stay tuned so that you have an opportunity to win a free 3-card tarot reading live on the broadcast. It's a fixture that has been going on for the past year or so. I thought it was our newest feature. It is kind of our newest feature, but I have been doing it for a year now, and I didn't even realize I was doing it for a year until we did the 4th anniversary episode at the end of August. And then I realized, oh, that is when we started the mid-episode reading. So it's new-ish. And then finally, at the end of the episode, we do the weekend forecast where I pull a tarot card or an oracle card and give that short 1-card reading to bring you into the weekend prepared and not scared. So you've got astrology going on, we've got tarot going on, we've got oracle cards going on, we've got all sorts of witchy and wonderful things going on in this live stream every single week. All right. And good evening to you. Hello, 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 hello. So if you want to comment to say where you're tuning in from, I would love to hear it. Again, I understand that not everyone is going to jump in there and comment and be like, hey, it's me. Hello. Hi, I'm tuning in from Alberta, Canada. I'm tuning in from Nova Scotia. I'm tuning in from Australia. You know, like there are people that are introverts, and I understand that. I'm actually an introvert. A lot of people don't know that or realize that about me. I'm really good at faking it sometimes. I'm really good at faking being an extrovert. And, you know, it's for the purposes of this live stream. Like, you got to be bigger than you are sometimes when you're a live stream host or you're a tuba viewer or a book of facer. I don't know. So let us move into, again, comments, say where you're tuning in from. I would love to hear it. But let's move into the astrology from Teresa Reed, aka the Tarot Lady, from her wonderful Astro Biz Digest. Now, her Astro Biz Digest is a subscription where you get astrology in layman's terms straight to your email inbox. Now, I am a subscriber to the Astro Biz Digest. It is $99 for the year, and it is geared towards entrepreneurs and business owners, but I have always found it very helpful in planning my personal life as well. So if you are not an entrepreneur or a business owner, that's okay. You can still use the Astro Biz Digest, and I would really encourage you to do so, because $99 for a year-long subscription of astrology to your inbox in layman's terms every single week, that's pretty darn good. I think. Like, and she hasn't upped the price, which is kind of phenomenal. It's like for the price of a cup of coffee every day, you can easily purchase the AstroBiz Digest. And also, funnily enough, it is, I think, National Coffee Day today. So, keep that in mind. For a cup of coffee that you do every day, you can easily get yourself a copy or a subscription to the AstroBiz Digest. Now, I don't give away the farm. I always give the astrology for the week, like the overall transits for the week. And then I give the nitty gritty for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But I don't give away the entire thing, because then why would anyone buy the AstroBiz Digest? So I would really encourage you, if you're liking what you're hearing about the AstroBiz Digest, and you want more, you can definitely purchase a copy of the AstroBiz Digest for yourself by going to thetarolady.com/AstroBiz Digest. And I've gone ahead and displayed the link below, and it is also available in the chat to click on, but I would encourage you to not click on it right now. Don't click away. Don't click away before I give you the astrology. So are we ready for the astrology for this week and for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? Give me a hell yeah in the chat and let me know. And let me find it. While you're giving me a hell yeah in the chat, let me know. As I suspected, I know what the big astrological transit this week, but do you know what the big astrological transit is this week? Because it's happening right now. It's happening today. Also, I want to make sure that I'm broadcasting correctly to both places, the Tube of You and the Book of Face. So let me check that out. Yeah, it looks like we're good on one side. Now let's check out the Tube of You. Yep. Everything looks copacetic. Everything looks good. All right. Okay. And Fran's just like, how late am I? It's just like, not late at all. You are not late at all. In fact, we started at 6:40 p.m. Tonight. So I know you're used to the 6:45 p.m., but we didn't have therapy today. So hi and welcome, and you're here right on time for the start of the AstroBiz Digest. So you are not late at all, Fran. You're good. You're good. Okay. So the big astrological transit that is happening this week is the full moon in Aries on the 29th. So that's today. Consider this your best day to wrap up all the big things begun earlier in the year. What have you accomplished so far? Pat yourself on the back, tie up loose ends, and burn a bridge if necessary. Once this day is behind you, start plotting your holiday marketing or vacations. It's hard to believe, but we're almost there. Also, I would recommend, so this is not in the AstroBiz Digest, but I would also recommend, if you journal, look at your journal from around March of this year and see the themes that are going on, what you were writing about, what you were worried about, what you were ruminating about in your journal entries from March of 2023, because that is, I think that was the last time the full moon was in Aries. And so it is those themes, or the themes that you were working on at that time, are starting to come up for completion around now, the full moon in Aries as of today, Friday, September 29th of 2023. That's not a Teresa thing, that's a me thing, but I would highly recommend looking back at your journal from that time and seeing what are the things that are coming to completion now at the full moon in Aries. Okay, so nitty gritty, Friday. The full moon in Aries is here at 5:58 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is your cue to wrap up all things from the spring. So we already spoke a little bit about what the full moon in Aries means. Full moons can be emotional, so feel free to take the day off if you can. Venus square Uranus at 1:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time brings trouble with groups, clients, and unwise business spending. It's another good reason to call it a day. And that is Teresa's plan. So today, Friday, September 29th of 2023, is a power day for Aries and a weekday for Libra. Makes a lot of sense. All right, I'm going to go ahead and, oh, I didn't mean to hide that. I meant to hide that. Okay. All right. So Saturday and Sunday. Saturday begins with a bang when the moon opposes Mars at 8:20 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tempers flare and aggressive types dominate the airwaves. Hold off on business anything until the moon trines Venus at 10:08 a.m. This aspect softens the energy and is quite good for PR. Get your face out there and let folks get excited about what you're offering. People are interested in spending under this aspect. Mercury trine Uranus at 12:55 p.m. is fire for newsletters, unique PR campaigns, pitching the media, and meetings with your team. It's holding steady all weekend, giving you enough time to grab the mic or send out missives. Cool your jets when the moon squares Pluto and stations void at 5:50 p.m. This is again Saturday. The wannabe dictators are busy shooting their mouths off then, so you're better off grabbing dinner at that new restaurant instead of trying to compete with that vibe. The energy turns lovely when the moon skates into Taurus at 9:18 p.m. This lunation casts a calm spell over the rest of the weekend. Beautify your surroundings, invest in your business, make art, and dine with fellow power players. It's so good. Now, two aspects that work well for networking: the Moon-Saturn sextile at 11:45 p.m. and the Moon-Jupiter conjunction on Sunday at 9:37 p.m. If you're hosting an event or attending a gathering this weekend, you might connect with amazing new people, both clients and potential business partners. Yay! So Saturday is a power day for Aries and a weekday for Libra. Sunday is a power day for Taurus and a weekday for Scorpio. All right. So at this time, since I've given you the general astrological transit, the big one that's going on for this week, which is the full moon in Aries, and I gave you the nitty gritty for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, is there any days of the week this week that we're feeling a little bit weird, a little bit wonky, or really good days, and you're just like, I'm kind of curious about the astrology around that day and wondering, is there an astrological reason why for that? Let me know in the chat and I will take a look at the AstroBiz Digest. I'm not giving away the farm. I would never do that to Teresa, but I can clue you in a little bit to that astrology. And again, I'm not an astrologer. I'm a tarot reader. I'm an EFT tapping practitioner. Those are the two things that I can claim to be. But I do know just enough astrology to be dangerous and to understand myself and understand like Mr. Tarot by Hilary a little bit better. But I can't read anybody's charts to filth like an astrologer would. That's just not my gift. But I do like to, prop up and call out the people that are good at that. I think that's part of the manifestor human design, specifically so I'm a manifestor. I think I'm a splenic manifestor, possibly 2-4. Can't remember. Again, I can't do human design readings either. But what I know about my specific manifestor type is I like to bring people together. And I like to almost do like metaphysical matchmaking in a way where it's just like, oh, this person and this person will go together like peanut butter and jelly. Like I'm going to make the introductions. So I feel like that in the same way for new age stuff and mystical stuff. It's just like if it's not me, I like it's okay. It's okay that it's not me. If especially if I know someone that you would be a better match with, then I'm just like, oh yeah, go to this person, go to this person, go to the, oh, you're looking for an astrologer? Yeah, that's not me, but I can recommend this person and this person and this person. Oh, you're looking for a medium? Well, I can kind of do mediumship through tarot cards, but like I don't consider myself a medium. So I recommend going to this person, this person, and this person. Do you know what I mean? All right, I'm going to grab some water. Very important to hydrate. No matter what, whether you're doing tapping or not, whether you're doing tarot readings or not, it's very important to hydrate. And Katie's here. Hello. Hello to Katie. All right, one final call for the AstroBiz Digest before we move on to talking about what you guys want to talk about, what you guys want to learn about for the month of October. And I think I want to light a candle. It has been very rainy here today. I think we might be under a state of emergency, possibly, or at least parts of the state are under a state of emergency because we've just been getting so much rain and it hasn't been letting up. And it's just, whoo, it's been a lot. It's been a lot. Let me grab my candle. And I do have my decks next to me too. Oh, here's another thing. Not only do I need suggestions for the topics for this upcoming month, but I also need suggestions on which tarot deck should I be using for the month of October. I have some ideas, and I'm thinking going the spooky route, which kind of feels a little bit like overkill when you're talking about a tarot deck and spookiness, but there are some especially spooky tarot decks that I could be using for the month of October. So, all right. Right. I'm lighting, I can never pronounce this, but it's a sea salt, jasmine, and wood candle, and it's a soy candle. And it smells absolutely gorgeous. I think it might be the sea salt, the combination of the sea salt and the jasmine. I don't know, it just smells so nice. Okay. Now we are cozy. So let us talk about, oh, cute. Let us talk about, again, let me read the dates again. So we need topics for October 6th, October 13th. That's Friday the 13th. So allow your imaginations to percolate on that. And then October 20th. And then on October 27th, which is the final Friday, in October will be the spooky story time for The Blue-Nosed Witch by Margaret Embry, which I read every single year. Now, can you go back and look at the replays of me doing that? Absolutely, you can. And I would encourage you to do so. Please feel free to. But I do it every year because I have to. It's just my tradition. Okay. So there's quite a few topics that I've already taught, but revisiting those topics is not something that I'm like blocked against, like we can always revisit some of the topics that I've taught about previously in this live stream. Because, I'm always learning, I'm always growing, I'm always, open to revising or changing my mind about things. Like we've done different topics on tarot and mediumship. I've taught that before. We've done different topics about witchcraft and the Wheel of the Year and the Sabbath series. We've talked about different gods and goddesses. And also, I can actually continue to do that series of the God series or the Goddess series because we've only done a few. I think we did one on Hecate. I think we did one on Bridget. And I think we did one on Kuan Yin, I believe. So I'm open to continuing that that conversation or that particular series of episodes. So if there's a particular god or goddess you want to learn about, go ahead, put that in the chat, and I'll add that to the list. And if there's a particular topic that you want to learn about, whether or not I've covered it previously, go ahead and put that into the chat too. And while we're thinking about that, shall we do the mid-episode reading? Because it is kind of the middle of the episode. Let's do the mid-episode reading. So all you have to do to be considered for a free 3-card reading live on the broadcast, let me put on the comment snake, let me put on the lottery jar. There we go. All you have to do is comment into the chat. That's it. That's all you need to do. And then by the magic and power of the lottery jar here and the comment snake, your profile image will drop into the lottery jar. And once we have a good amount in there, we will go ahead and close the contest. And I will pick a winner, and that person will get a 3-card reading from me. That's it. That's it. That's the mid-episode reading. So it doesn't matter what your comment is. Just keep it kind, though, folks. That would be nice. And I will put a countdown on for contest closes in, let's give it 3 minutes and 33 seconds. I'm just going to wait for that comment from Katie to pop up. Tosses herself into the jar head first. Now, I do want to remind people, if you don't happen to win today, there can be only one, much like the Highlander. There can be only one winner each week for the mid-episode reading. But I would encourage people, if you really, really wanted a reading and you didn't win one this week, go ahead and book a reading with me, tarotbyhilary.com. I do phone readings, email readings, Skype, phone, email, Skype, Zoom, and in-person readings as well. If you happen to be in my geographic area, you can always see me in person as well. I will come to you if you are in the geographic area. Unless, of course, you want to pay for my plane ticket to fly me in to give you a reading. I'm open to that too. I'm not going to lie. I am quite open to that. And we've got the reflective tarot right here. Is what I'm going to be drawing from. Though I can be persuaded to use our deck of the month, Mystic Monday's tarot deck. And this is what I'm talking about. The community of viewers here. Come on, Powerball. Yeah. Can I bitch and moan about something while we're waiting for the contest to close? I have been noticing a lot of advertisements for different, like, I guess, psychic services, where it's like, I don't think they're necessarily psychic hotlines. I think they might be more like app focused or something like that. But their advertisements are just like, get a real psychic reading or get a real tarot reading. Like this emphasis on real, like get a real psychic reading, get a real tarot reading, get a real intuitive reading, get a real, and I'm just like, if you have to say that you're real, I don't like it. I don't like it. like me think like the phrase that I get, it's just like, methinks the lady doth protest too much. You know, if you have to keep on saying I'm real, I'm real, I'm real, I'm real, then you're probably not. I don't know. Like, I would rather other people tell me that, or other people tell, you know, prospective clients that about me, than me saying it about myself. You just, you know, and I keep on seeing it pop up because I really like how I guess their brand's colors and everything and their images and kind of like how they were presenting themselves, until of course I saw the reel, and then I'm like, ah, fuck. Like you were doing so well, honey, and then you went and did that and just stuck your foot in your mouth. Anyway. Yeah, you feel me? Okay, good. I feel like I need to turn that into a podcast episode, because I do have to produce a podcast episode today. There are several things that I need to do tonight. One is an email reading that I've been waiting to do within the turnaround time for email readings, but I wanted to make sure that it was on the full moon, which it is now. And then I also wanted to produce this week's podcast episode because I'm really trying to produce the Tarot by Hilary podcast every Friday. New episode gets released every Friday. Now, last week I bent Melissa's arm, and so she joined me for episode 42, The Answer to Everything, which is talking all about tarot and is tarot the answer to everything, because it was episode 42, Douglas, a reference to Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe, number 42. And, the short answer is no, tarot is not the answer to everything. And then the episode before, episode 41, I was talking about like the weirdness of social media with Jamie. So I was like making it almost into a Card Slingers episode without it actually being a Card Slingers episode, because like I was the one in charge. So maybe I do have to do episode 43 on, if you have to say that you're a real psychic, then maybe you're not. Like, is that too polarizing, or is that just enough polarization there? Because I was just reading something like a meme or whatever on social media that basically said it's just like this people please, like if you are so concerned with being liked by everyone, like you're going to be like lukewarm, you're not going to be like, there is like you're concerned to be liked by everyone. It's just like, it's going to stop you from magnetizing the right people to find you, to come to you, because like you can't be liked by everyone. And this is something that I say to my clients all the time. You're not going to be able to be liked by everyone. But at the same time, it's like easier said than done. Yeah. If you're watching via phone, my Facebook app enables me to just tap the comment, not hold, and like and reply option appears. Ooh, interesting. Fun to know. Thanks, Katie. Yeah, Fran, exactly. No, it's like nice guys who keep telling you that they are nice guys. Oh my God. About that, before we go ahead and pull, because right now it's a 50-50 between you and Katie for who gets the reading. So if you want a movie that'll really do your head in, Promising Young Woman, like talking about nice guys. I'm a nice guy. Watch Promising Young Woman. I apologize in advance because it'll really do your head in. It will really, like, I don't think I've been able to watch it all the way through a second time. I was able to watch it one time all the way through, and I've been able to watch it in bits and pieces since then, but I have not been able to watch it a second time all the way through. But yeah. Yes, I know. I got that, Katie. It's how you can heart and reply to comments. Yeah. That's good to know, Katie. Thank you. Because I wanted to know that too. All right, let us pull. Contest is closed. Contest is closed. Contest is closed. Very nice. Okay. Let us pull. Let us get a winner. It is Katie. Congratulations, Katie. Congratulations. Go ahead and drop your question into the chat. I'm going to go ahead and close this up, but we know that it's Katie that won for the mid-episode reading for tonight. Go ahead and drop your question, and I will pull 3 cards for your question. And also let me know if you want it from the Reflective Tarot or if you want me to pull from the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck. So your preference first, and then your question, please. By the way, Mr. Tarot by Hilary is cooking cheeseburgers tonight for dinner. So I'm very excited about that. Okay, so Reflective Tarot. You got it? Reflective Tarot. Okay. I'm going to pull the deep card, even though I don't know what your question is. I just feel like the deep card is quasi answering it. So, or answering part of it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it and push it to the side. Ooh, Fran's having chicken curry. I do like a good curry, but can't be spicy though. I'm just shuffling here, Katie. Waiting for your question. I know it's coming though. Especially after you said you just dove into the lottery chart. Aw. Boo. You should just download golf with your friends. No?
They probably have to have some kind of science and stuff.
Who's that comment to, Fran? Because I haven't hit my head lately. I knew it. There it is. Okay. No, I knew it was going to be a long one. So there are a number of things pulling at me, and the people that have been offering to help me are now not in physical state to be able to help me. They've had some recent injuries, so I'm sort of struggling to know what to do next and who do I ask for help. So any suggestions that tarot can give me on what I should do and who I should approach. Also, the tradespeople that I have had come before are now doubling their prices, which is making for a budget issue. Lots of annoying things happening, and I don't know what to do anymore. Okay, so I'm shuffling, and I will pull three more cards. But the first card that I got, that deep card that I pulled to the side, was the King of Wands. So I think that the King of Wands is really telling you that it's just like, yes, it's a time to get creative, basically, and carry that passion that you have in your heart. And there's some anger there too. There's definitely some anger there too. But it's more of a frustration that's out of your hands. And it's like, you're not necessarily taking it out on anyone because you know that it's just, like you said, it's a small saga. You haven't been taking it out on anyone because there is no one really to blame. It's just, it is what it is. And that is also something that you've been saying to yourself. It is what it is. It is what it is. But there are people that can help you. And it's just not the same people that you expected. And it's also, again, King of Wands coming up as the deep card is a sign for you to get creative with what you're doing, and using that fire and that anger and that frustration to see things differently, because it's just like different is going to help. Like it's not a normal situation, and you acknowledge that it's not a normal situation. And as soon as you acknowledge how fucked up it's become is when something turns or something releases. So guidebook, divinatory meanings from the guidebook: dark man, friendly, countryman, generally married, honest and conscientious, which, that's a more traditional, so the reflective tarot, this is like the US games, like real definition of the little white book. It's just like, it just gives you like the barest of keywords or the barest of phrases, and that's the more of the traditional divinatory meanings for the King of Wands. But I am holding to that honest and conscientious, like that anger and that annoyance and that frustration. It's just like, you're not the only one feeling annoyed and angry and frustrated about it. And there's someone that can help you that also does not like the way things have been going, and will, basically prove it by helping you. Do you know what I mean? Definitely anger and annoyance, correct, on the King of Wands, very fucked up. Like as soon as you acknowledge, and again, I know that you tap on how frustrated you are, tap on how fucked up the situation is, because it's just like, it's almost as if you've been holding yourself back from like how upset you are about it, because you're just like, you don't want to get more of the same, but it's just like, something's gotta give, and it's just like, this is really fucked up. And I feel like I'm getting fucked over by every single person that's involved in this. Every single tradesperson has been jacking up the price. And is there an honest person in the universe? Because I feel like I've been dealing with dishonest people, blah, 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 yes. Yeah. So I'm not quite sure who the person is yet either, but it is that kind of like that nobility or that honesty, like I feel like it's a tradesperson that you just haven't met yet, that it's just like, no, like here's what's fucked up about this, and here's what they're trying to do, and here's what I would do, and da 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 da. So that person I think is out there. Now you also got the Knight, yeah, like just instantly, but like that's the beauty of tarot too, is it's unearthing the underlying stuff, and then you can just tap right on it, and it's just like, even though I've been really, really frustrated with the situation, I feel like there isn't an honest person in the universe, I love and accept and I forgive myself for feeling this way, because it's okay for me to feel this way. And I grew up with the knowledge or the belief that when you know better, you do better. And unfortunately, there are some people that I've been dealing with that just didn't get that lesson. And it's nobody's fault. And instead of feeling anger, I'm going to feel pity for them. I'm going to feel compassion for them. I'm going to wonder, where the good parental figures were in their life, I'm going to wonder who raised this person to be, this clever, to be so untrustworthy, like that kind of thing. So tap, write things down, say it as it comes up, acknowledge how fucked up it is, but then also, moving into, but I know, just because I've been dealing with a lot of dishonest people lately doesn't mean that every single person is dishonest. And I am really looking forward to this King of Wands type energy coming into my life and telling me what's what, and saying, we can fix it. We will fix it, and we will fix it for way less than these charlatans have been quoting you. And this is my life's mission, is to make sure that people are knowledgeable about their homes, or they're knowledgeable about their electrical work, or they're knowledgeable about their plumbing systems, so that they don't get fucked over by people that are trying to fuck them over. Tap on it. Definitely tap on it. So Knight of Pentacles is also someone that's very honest, and it's slow. This situation is slow. Where is it? Knight of Pentacles, utility, serviceableness, interest, rectitude, responsibility. So it's almost a combination of, you know, finding those people and then also becoming that as well. Like, you know that you're not going to probably become an electrician overnight. You know that you're probably not going to be able to become, you know, to be able to install new flooring overnight. But there is something about this situation where it's just like, you kind of become the people that you're looking for. Yeah. It's both. There are new people coming in and the energy that I have to take on. Yes, exactly. It's both. It's both. Like, you are going to have help. It's not going to be just you. But, and also, that's another thing that you need to tap on too, where it's just like, the only dependable person in my life is myself. And how do I break that cycle? How do I change my vibe to attract more dependable people into my life? That's another thing you can tap on as well. Now, you are also getting the Ace of Swords. And to me, the Ace of Swords, I don't even have to go to the guidebook for this. Like, you know, like the Ace of Swords, it's kind of like that line in the sand, like enough is enough. And I feel like there is that point coming where it's just like, thank you very much for your help, but you're not helpful anymore. I'm going to take it from here. And there will be, I'm sure, people saying, oh, that's not the right, oh, well, you don't know what you're doing. And it's just like, well, neither do you. It's just like, I will take my chances. The Ace of Swords is that new, fresh energy. Again, that's the element of air. It's like that big ass sword cutting through all of the logistical red tape that you've been dealing with, because it's not just the physicality that you've been dealing with. It's also been red tape and bureaucratic nonsense that's been going on, and like a lot of handshaking behind the scenes. And it's just like, no wonder people, you know, give the the people in this particular trade a bad rap, because it's just like this is what the experience has been, you know. So it's just like, I'm going to do it myself, you know, like I'm going to cut through this red tape. I'm going to be like I feel like this situation, though it is a saga for you, it's like much more than that, because it's almost like you are the case study in something that will help other people going forward. You know, like, you're not gonna, like, it's not, it feels like it's almost not worth it now, but if it saves another person having to go through the hassle that you've gone through, it's just like, it's all going to be worth it in the end. But it's just really hard right now. So cutting through the bureaucratic red tape. And then the final card is the Seven of Pentacles. We've talked about the Seven of Pentacles at length across multiple live streams that I've done, where it's just like, sometimes this face will change, you know. So look at the Seven of Pentacles, look at his face, and you tell me what the face is, you know, like that, like there is that bounty that is like, it's all going to be worth it in the end kind of energy, but it's just like, but it's a lot. It is a lot. And I know I see your comments in the chat, like, great, with this sarcastic tone, but it's just like, it is going to be worth it eventually. But it's just like, it's getting to the eventually that's been so damn hard lately, where it's just like, and you really have been getting like to the glimmer of like, oh, okay, we're almost there, right? And then it's just like, oh, more red tape, oh, more things uncovered, oh, by the way, there's this in the walls, like, and it's just maddening. And sometimes you don't know which portions are honest and which portions are like, oh, okay, they're pulling more money out of me. One more card. 8 of Wands. It will end, though. it will come to a closure after that point. It's coming. The closure is coming. Like the 8 of Wands, it usually signifies like a letter, usually signifies like quick moving news too. I'm just curious to see what the guidebook says about the 8 of Wands. Even though I know my meanings for the 8 of Wands, it's usually swift moving news. Motion through the immovable, Flight of Wands through open country, activity and undertakings, the path of such activity, swiftness as that of an express messenger, great haste, great hope, speed towards an end, which promises assured felicity, that which is on the move, also the arrows of love. So, yeah, I mean, seeing that, it's just like, it's been a labor of love. It's definitely been a labor of love. And it's just like, you can't force it either. Yeah. I'm trying to make it worth it. And yes, it is contractual changes and all of the stuff you are discussing. Yay, closure coming. That's the direction it needs to go. And I would say activate this card, activate the 8 of Wands in your deck, or pull up the 8 of Wands in a deck that you like and have it as your like desktop wallpaper, or print out an image of it. Just to remind yourself of that it is going in that direction and that it will eventually come to an end. And I hope that reading helped. Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I get it. I know I've been trying to generally encourage without pushing. So good stuff happens, but it has been circular. Yeah. And that reading helped. Good. I'm glad that was helpful. And then tap on it all the freaking time. Tap on it. Yeah. I know movement is incoming and help will arrive. I needed to know that. Yes. Yep. All right. Shall we get back to taparoo? Shall we get back to the episode at hand, which is, what do you want to learn about? What do you want to see more of? Specifically, what 3 episodes do you want to see for the month of October? And also, which deck should I use for the deck of the month? Now, I'm thinking about the Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck. I'm also thinking about the Disney Villains tarot deck, especially with me playing Disney Dreamlight Valley. Let's see. I also do have the Zombie tarot deck. We've got the Sorcery Underground as well, which can be a little bit eerie and spooky just from, you know, the accuracy of the messages that would come up. A little bit nutty. I do. I do have a pendulum. I don't know where it is right now. It's probably still in a box, but yes, I do have a pendulum. Disney villains. Okay, Disney villains could be fun. All right. Vote for Disney villains. A replay on pendulums could be fun if I find it. And Fran says Nightmare Before Christmas. All right. All right. Pendulums. Replay. Nightmare Before Christmas. Disney villains. All right, two more episode suggestions, because maybe I'll do pendulums. Do we want to revisit spirit boards? Because I did do spirit boards too. Oh, that would be a good one. Yeah, I like it. An episode on do and don'ts of party reading, since I know you'll be heading into one. Yeah, I'll be heading into several party readings. All right, one more. Spirit boards go with the month. They are a little spooky. They are. They can be. Oh, ghost hunting do or don'ts. I don't do that. I do make fun of it though. When I see like ghost hunters or, those kind of shows, I'm just like, oh, why? Ooh, why would you go? No. Like I will actively make fun of those kinds of shows, because I'm just like, do you know what you're doing? Do you know what you're asking for? You are asking for it. Just leave them alone, or at least help them cross over if they need to cross over. But otherwise, stop pissing them off. Yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas is such a gorgeous deck. It is really gorgeous, but I wish they weren't so Pip-like, where it's just like 3 candles. And that's it. 6 potions, and that's it. It almost feels a little like a cop-out. So. Yep. Ghost hunting is asking for a poltergeist. But though, I mean, like, it's interesting, though, when they do show those kind of ghost hunting shows, and they talk about poltergeists, they also ask, well, okay, is there a teenage girl around, though? Because there's apparently a link, or so the ghost hunting shows say, where it's just like, it's teenage girls that create that phenomenon, not necessarily a spirit or a vengeful spirit. I'm just like, I don't know about that.
What?
Hold on. Am I hearing things?
I heard a brief beeping. It sounds like it stopped.
Oh, okay. Okay. That happens a lot. Sometimes I'll ask, am I hearing things? And it's just like, yes, I actually am hearing things with my inner ears, not my actual audio ears. But in this case, it was something that Mr. Tarot by Hilary could hear too. All right, so ghost hunting, do's and don'ts. I think we may definitely do the do's and don'ts of party readings. I mean, I can give some of them off the top of my head now, like pretty darn easily. Like, don't expect to read for 200 people in the span of an hour. Don't expect that. Don't expect your tarot reader to do that. Yeah, it's been interesting. I have like a bunch of stories about like unrealistic expectations. Is actually a friend of mine contacted myself and one of my other friends that does readings, and they were just like, if you're interested, this event is looking for psychics, or they're looking for tarot readers, and they were planning on this many people, and my friend and I looked at each other and we're just like, okay, so this event doesn't know what the hell they're talking about, or they don't know what they're asking for when they're asking for it. And so, I didn't even put myself out there, because I'm starting to rapidly fill up, with private events. So I was just like, and I was just like, I just don't have the capacity or the energy to explain to people like why what they're asking for was unreasonable. So I didn't throw my hat in the ring for that, but my friend did. And then, yeah, it turned out to be exactly that, where it was just like, it was taking too much explanation of like, hey, if you're expecting this, like, you can't expect a reader to accommodate that many people for that amount of time, for that amount of time for each person. And I guess the event coordinator was just not understanding at all. And just like, well, what if we do this? Well, what if we do that? And it's just like, well, if you want to do that, you need to hire more readers. And they didn't want to hire more readers. And it's just like, well, then you're probably not going to get any readers that are interested in accommodating that event, because they don't know they don't know the value of what they're asking for. So there. Party do and don'ts. But I could probably do an entire episode on that, Katie. So that's a good suggestion, and I'll probably do that next week. Any other suggestions? Ooh, this is a good one. How to initiate a new tarot deck, more than just shuffling and doing readings until you know the cards, which has led me to episode idea, how to choose a new deck so you don't end up with decks that just end up in a box in the corner. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I like that idea. Especially, how to choose new decks so it's not in a box in the corner. Watch unboxing episodes is my quick and dirty answer for that. But yeah, I could definitely do an entire episode on that. And I mean, I have an entire chapter on choosing your first tarot deck in my book, How to Read Tarot. But that's a little bit different. It's a little bit more specific, Katie, and I like it because I mean and then also you may have Fran's experience, which was I had one that screamed me. That happens too. I know that quite a few of us can be tarot magpies and, bright and shiny, like, ooh, that looks really pretty. And then also, word of mouth is still some of the most powerful advertising we have, not just for getting clients as readers, but also for choosing which decks to purchase. What was it that when I went to Harvest Gathering, which was an event that I was teaching 2 classes at, one of my friends had the Hush Tarot deck, and I had really not heard of it, but they were nice enough to like hand it to me to like look at. I was just like, oh, well, do you want this back? And they were just like, yes, please. So I'm like, oh, you shouldn't have handed it to me. But I gave it back. I swear I gave it back. But I was looking through it, and then also my friend pulled some cards for me, and I'm just like, ooh, that's right between the eyes. I kind of like it though. Really beautiful deck. So I might have to pick that one up. So it is kind of like that in conversation with other tarot readers. Like, oh, which deck are you using? Oh, why do you like it? Oh, okay. And how does it read? Oh, okay. It's like it's very much like, assessing whether or not you would be friends with someone that they're friends with. Kind of the same thing, but for tarot decks. The Beloved Dead Oracle. I don't have that. But I do have their mediumship, like the mediumship kit from Carrie Paris and Andrew McGregor, which has a whole bunch of different things. So maybe we should do that. Actually, you know what? We should do that. That should be another episode. Is unboxing the mediumship kit. That also came. That was a 5-week course, though. So. Because it is different. It's different ways of working, especially if you have your tarot brain. It's interesting to try something new and different, especially when you're throwing charms. Charms is a big part of the mediumship kit that I got. There's also cards in there as well, and a pendulum, and an oil too. But learning how to read those charms from a mediumship perspective, it really is kind of like, again, taking your ego out of the equation, because when your ego steps in, the magic steps out. It's true. It's true for magic. It's true for tarot readings as well. It's just like the reading's not about you. It's about the person that you're giving the reading to. And it's like anything else, like you're going to be wrong before you're right. And just seeing, it's just like, oh, how did I misinterpret that charm? Oh, I see now. Okay. Like, And then when you start to be correct about the charms, where it's just like, I don't know, there was a combination of charms that came up, and there was also a casting, a casting, wasn't a sheet, casting cloth, where depending on where the charm fell, you that also gave something to the interpretation. And I can't remember what it was, but it was 3 charms, how they fell, and 3 different charms. And I was just like, it all came together, coalesced into one sentence, and then I gave it over to that person. And it wasn't a paid reading either. It was just like, here, I'm like taking a course in this, and will you be my guinea pig, basically? And they said sure. And so I like gave this sentence back to them. It's just like, I gave the charms, I showed the picture of where it was, and then I gave the sentence, and it was just like completely accurate. Holy shit, how'd you know that, kind of thing. But it was so very different to how I experience my intuition through the tarot cards. So it's like there's a little bit of it's not play, but it is creativity, where it's just like you're definitely having to reframe how you work as a divinatory practice. It's different. It's just different than the tarot. And I found it to be really fascinating. But it does take some getting used to, because it's just like you're taking how you normally work and you're turning it on its ear. And it's just like, oh, is this gonna work? And it does, but it's a little bit scary too. And it's a little bit of an ego death when you're working with kits like that, or with charm casting like that. So yeah, you might do that. I've got a lot to think about, folks. So I'll have to see which topic we're going to cover first, starting October 6th, Friday, October 6th, which is next week. Any more suggestions before we wrap up and move into the weekend forecast? Because I am taking a look at the time, and I am definitely hungry. My tummy is rumbling, and I know that my husband's cooking, and I'm very excited for that. And I think we're going to go with the Starseed Oracle for tonight for the weekend forecast. I don't think we have those. Actually, we might have pickles. Do we have pickles in? Honey?
What?
Do we have pickles?
I think we have some pickles from the farmer's market, like pickle chips. It's something the little spicy ones though.
Oh.
Like the horseradish ones, I think. I don't remember.
We might have pickles. I don't think we have onions. All right, let's do the weekend forecast. And if you all think of more topics as the week goes on, you can feel free to comment right here. You can also feel free to send me a message or an email, Hilary@tarotbyhilary.com, or terrytowntarot@gmail.com. I use both of those email addresses. All right. Starseed Oracle. If you come to Australia, you should try a hamburger with the lot. Is that a specific ingredients on top of the hamburger, Katie? Because you're making me hungry. I mean, I'm hungry enough already. All right, what do we need to know for this weekend? Interesting. This is actually a card that I don't think I've ever pulled on here before. Before we get to the weekend forecast, this is very important. It's a long list of ingredients in the burger. It makes pickles and onions just part of the layers. That sounds delicious. Okay. So I don't think we've gotten this card before. And it is You're Not Alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. Again, this is from the Starseed Oracle. The older the soul, the deeper the cave. Many starseeds and old souls enjoy their own company. Spending time alone can be comforting and necessary for the vitality, as it allows them to commune with their soul and fill up their energetic resources, especially if they have an underactive or open root chakra or find it hard being human. Many starseeds find it more nourishing to retreat than to spend their time in meaningless conversations and relationships. Okay. However, we must remember that we're not here to go about this life alone. Humans are pack animals, and we all need the love, company, and support of others, both emotionally and physically. In our increasingly online world, we can be connected to more people and yet feel more alone and isolated than ever. There's still so much we don't know about the energetic side effects of things like social media, with so many people knowing our news. What is it doing to our auric field? Commonly, we find ourselves in constant conversation, yet lacking the genuine connection of physical community and touch. The main message of this card is to step out of your cave and physically reach out to those in your life, to replenish when you need to, but not isolate yourself. This could be seeing friends and family who live nearby or having a regular catch-up walk with someone. In what ways can you open yourself up to the people who are physically in your life? Those you truly know. So your inquiry for this card is, how can you reach out to people in your life physically? So, like I was saying at kind of the start or the top of the episode tonight, is just like, I'm actually an introvert. Not a lot of people know that, because, it's different when you host a live stream. It's different when you're a public figure, or when you have a certain amount of celebrity, or you're known in different communities. There is a little bit of fake it till you make it with regard to your energy or your presentation, or your personality. Like, you do have to put yourself out there sometimes, even though it is incredibly uncomfortable to do so. And so I am an introvert, but because that's how I refuel myself, is when I'm alone. That is the way that I recharge my battery. But this card, You're Not Alone, is basically telling us, like, yes, step away, replenish yourself. It's okay to do so, but also you cannot cut yourself off from the entire world, because people do need people. Yep. I know, Katie. It sucks. I've got to use a phone and talk to people. Hides under blanket. Yeah. Same. That is like my least favorite thing of all time, is getting on the phone, especially when I had to like make phone calls when I worked at my friend's gift store, when I was younger. Like, I think when I was like 19 or 20. I was just like, I don't want to make phone calls. And she's like, okay, well, you're going to make phone calls and I'm going to have you make phone calls until you're more comfortable with making phone calls. And I'm just like, no. So it was basically all of the things that frightened me the most are the things that she made me do. So like now when I'm at my retail job and I have to pick up the phone, I hate it, but I do it, because there's no other choice. And sometimes, and it's just like, do I know that person on the phone? Do I know that person that has that phone voice? Because my phone voice is very different from my regular voice. And it's just like, I don't even know that bitch. But it's encouraging us to not isolate ourselves, to seek out community, because we can't get through this life alone. We just can't. Yeah, that card hits hard. Yeah. I people all day. I can understand that you people all day. So not every message is going to hit us hard. So if this message resonates for you, then good, it's for you. If it doesn't resonate quite so much, not all of them are meant to. And on that note, let's wrap up for tonight. I thank you all for watching. I know that there are way more people watching than there are commenting. And I hope, if you're a watcher and not a commenter, I hope you got whatever it was that you were looking for when you started watching tonight. And if you like more of this, there are replays that are available from the past 4 years that I've been doing this on my Tube of You and my Book of Face channels. And if you'd like to book a reading with me, you can do so at tarotbyhilary.com. I have both tarot sessions and tapping sessions as well. So once again, and we do this every Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll go ahead and put that there. 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 6:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Either way, it's going to happen on Friday. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all. And where is my outro? There it is. I was getting a little bit nervous about that. You're very welcome, Katie, and you have a wonderful weekend as well. Yep. So once again, I am Hilary, professional tarot. Let me just wait until Katie's comment pops up before I do that. I appreciate that reading very much. You're very, very welcome, Katie. And friends saying bye to everybody. Yes, bye. So once again, I am Hilary, professional tarot reader and EFT tapping practitioner, demystifying the mystical and putting you in touch with the most beautiful of gifts, your own intuition. Because yes, my friends, do not argue with me. You have intuition. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, a wonderful week ahead of you. And I will see you again on Friday, October 6th for an episode that I'm not sure what we're going to do yet, but it's probably going to be sufficiently spooky and fun and, October-y. Bye.